New consoles. When you think of a new console, you think of disc-based systems.
No, I think of the cloud actually, but sure.
Here we got the Nintendo Switch.
Here we do.
We don't even have a dock with us.
Oh yeah, it's all right. We don't need it.
So this is the Switch. There's two different versions that came out originally. We had the neon, blue and red, and then we had the slate, black controllers.
Gray. Yeah.
So the aesthetic does a little change for me on that because I got the colored ones because it looks real good.
Yes. So
I really much like them. And now I have the Smash one, so it doesn't even matter.
So we're gonna rate this thing.
Boy, does it look like a Kindle.
Are you gonna do this?
It looks like a Kindle.
It looks good. It's cool. It's modern.
Kindle Fire.
Okay, now it does.
$79.99.
Okay, I want to hold the thing. It's all smudged too. Man, I don't know. It's a neat little device.
It reminds me of like an NVIDIA Shield or anything like that. It reminds me very much.
And I don't think it's a bad thing because like this is what the modern era is. Like, what is the sleekest device on the market? An iPhone, and it's just a screen, this is very similar.
But it's the first console that you drop it, you're screwed. Yeah. Like this one, like it's thicker. That thing, whew, everything's destroyed.
And so, what do you think about what it looks like with the Joy-Con on?
It looks okay.
I think it looks like such a it looks like a thing for a video gamer.
So the thing I don't like, and this is still the biggest criticisms for me were it is like they pitch this as an everyone console.
Yeah.
Boy, those buttons feel like they're always gonna break. You're gonna push them in. It just the controller feels cheaply made for how expensive those controllers are for no reason.
Okay, I don't think they feel cheap, but I do feel like that. I mean,
they're just breakable.
The Joy-Con,
the whole console just in handheld mode. The whole console just feels like you're gonna break it.
I disagree with that.
I feel like I've seen things get bent on this sometimes. Like I've seen so many issues on this thing.
I think it looks good.
The dock feature really made it for me. Like having it just docked all the time.
Oh yeah, I mean, and that's good. That's a way you can play. So I mean,
yeah,
they've given you what you wanted.
They are. They're also competing with themselves again.
Yeah. Well, they're throwing 3DS out the window. They're done.
Are they?
Yeah, they're done with it now.
They're still making games for it.
They're making Pokemon for this thing now. They're done with the 3DS. Let's be honest here.
But it's just like it looks cool. But when I first saw it, I was very hesitant on picking this up. Like I got it at midnight release and all that stuff, but when I saw it, I was very scared because like NVIDIA, who does, I think they I don't know if it's the NVIDIA Snapdragon in there. I don't remember what the processor is, but NVIDIA makes console like the Go consoles and stuff like that, and it's very scary. And on the Go consoles like that, it just very scared me because I feel like you drop it, it's screwed. Like you're done.
Okay,
but it looks.
Is that an aesthetic or is that the gimmick? I think you're getting too much of the gimmick.
No gimmick. No, I'm saying in general.
What is this? Does this look good? I think yes.
Okay, go ahead. Put your score. I don't like it. Wow, you really like it with an 8.
I do. It's fine. I don't think it's like the best, but all right, fine. I'm whatever. Next is the controller, and you have options. But
the controller you get is the Joy-Cons. That's what comes packaged in.
Okay.
Okay.
Give me a grip. So this is not the stock grip. This is I don't know where my stock grip is right now.
Yeah.
But so you slap these babies in there, and it feels like a controller. The biggest issue with it is that the buttons are too small. I'm fine with the analog sticks. Those are okay. Start and select, whatever. I do like the home.
I miss the D-pad.
I miss the D-pad as well. That is something that's sad. The shoulder buttons are okay, except man, during Celeste when I do long periods of holding down a run, I did not like that. I think the Joy-Con by themselves are okay. I think they're an impressive little piece of tech. I think that the HD Rumble is neat, but I agree that this is not the best.
No, it's not their best control. I think this controller was made with the same intention as the Wii Remote. Like as just a bunch of other things to do, like little fun games, party games and stuff like that. play it sideways because you can play it sideways, and those are 2 separate controllers as well.
That's one that you should add is that this. I mean, the fact that it is 2 controllers in one is pretty neat, and the fact that there are SL and SR.
I hate that it is the most expensive first-party controllers we've seen that feel not great, because it's like $80 for both of them, and Xbox and PlayStation controllers and Wii before were like $60, $50-$60, and these just are more breakable because the button just I feel like I'm gonna push a button in all the time. Like I feel like if I press too hard, like I cannot play
that, man.
I can't play Mario Maker on that at all.
I think the buttons are too small. I don't feel like I'm ever gonna break them.
I feel like I'm gonna break. I was talking to Metal about this, and he's like, "Oh, I always feel very at ease or not at ease playing with that thing." I don't think it's the best controller. I think
I agree. It's not great.
The next iteration of this is better, but then they even failed on that. This controller's sick. This controller's sick. That controller's sick.
It's neat.
You're getting better.
No, they're not getting better. This is neat. It's neat, but it's not cool. It's a 6. All right, it's a 6. Fine. All right.
Cool.
The Joy-Con are fine.
Cool gimmick. You could take it with you and dock it.
Yes, you can take it with you and you go. Okay, if you are trying to say the Switch is not this is not the best gimmick that Nintendo's ever done, I don't know what to say to you. That is so cool. I have played Mario Maker 2 on the go more than any other game.
I don't play it on the go. I have to sit.
I play at home too. I do both. And it's so good. I recently played Splatoon like this. That's not great, but you know.
I think with me, like the gimmick of I like when I'm playing a home console, I like just sitting in front of my TV and playing it.
It's an option.
There are 2 games. Count them, 2 games I've ever played handheld. Okay? Binding of Isaac, and I played that on the 3DS. The Binding of Isaac, and then I played Cadence of Hyrule because I fell asleep playing it. Those are the only 2 games I felt comfortable playing in handheld mode. I like that it's a console. I wish it wasn't even a take. I wish they did a thing where it didn't even come out. I wish I could just keep it.
So you want the opposite of the Switch Lite.
Yeah, I really do. I don't want a screen. I'm so afraid of my screen breaking because I had to buy a screen protector for it. I had to buy all these other little things and make sure it's protected. Oh wait, a bubble gets on the screen protector. Gotta go buy one just like for my cell phone. Gotta buy a case. Gotta do all this stuff. I have to buy so many peripherals to make sure.
But it's so portable. Like, I mean, look at this.
Like, that's cool. It's portable. Put it in your pocket.
Okay, I'm not Choco. I don't got the big pocket.
So you gotta, like I'm saying, you just gotta buy so much stuff to make sure.
Was it Choco who had that joke? Okay, I want to make sure it's Choco.
Like you have to buy all these other things to make the portable work.
Okay, this thing sucks. The
like,
kickstand.
The kickstand really does suck. Like the 3DS, clamp close, don't have to worry about my screen getting scratched.
That's true.
It was rugged. If you drop your 3DS, you're like, oh, okay, maybe a corner got scuffed. You drop that, you're terrified.
Okay, but it's still cool. The gimmick is I am playing on the go. Wow, this Mario level's really good. Oh, I'm home now.
I don't even do that.
Yeah, you
I just
you grab the pro. You grab the pro. But you can just slop that in there, and that's cool. And I think it's a great gimmick, and I think it's done well.
Okay. I don't like spending extra money on my console for stuff to take it on the go. It's a cool console. Don't get me wrong.
Oh man, that's not high enough for me to heart it. But it is. Oh jeez. Okay. Hold on, let me think. Hold. All right. Now let's watch a commercial.
Don't. You're about to lose your mind.
Sometimes,
Woo!
you gotta switch it up. I got a story to tell.
Good ad.
Showed Breath of the Wild.
You better believe they sure showed Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild.
Man, the game of a dang decade. Welcome back to ZZZ 1.
It sells it. Like it shows you everything you can do and take it with you.
It showed off the Pro Controller, which is important.
Yeah, it showed off. That was the biggest thing. It showed off the Pro Controller, which I was like, okay. Because when I saw that, I was like, I don't like those Joy-Cons. Because that was the first thing I said. I was like, I don't like the controllers. But when I saw the next controller, like the Pro, I was like, okay, cool. Like I'm cool with that. This is a commercial. It's cool. I guess it sells. It literally shows you everything that you can do with it and take it with you. Some of these things I don't see people ever wanting to do, but like.
And they showed a video game, and they weren't trying to like.
They showed.
It wasn't GameCube where it's like, well.
Yeah, no, they showed progression of like you just keep going, you can stop and play, and that's really cool. Like you could just keep playing wherever you go. To me, it just doesn't sell me on that because I just wanted a console. Okay.
I'm all right with it. I don't think it's the best commercial ever made, but I think it did its job very well, and I think that Nintendo finally figured out their marketing after the Wii U era.
Yeah, it's okay.
Now the release titles. You go ahead because I'm yelling and I need to calm my mouth.
Nintendo Switch. We got
at release.
Switch. We got Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, Skylanders Imaginators, Just Dance 2017. Super Bomberman R, I Am Setsuna, World of Goo, Little Inferno.
Wait, hold on. Little Inferno. Wasn't that a Wii launch or something? Oh, it's Wii U launch.
Human Resource Machine, Snipper Clips, Cut It Out Together, Fast RMX, Shovel Knight, Spectre of Torment, Shovel Knight, Treasure Trove.
This is not a great release.
This is not a good release.
Breath of the Wild.
Breath
of the Wild got carried it. Bomberman, RA, and then World of Goo is like a WiiWare title.
Yeah.
1-2 Switch was not a great game. If it was a pack-in title, it would have been fine.
Yeah, it was not a good $60 purchase.
Snipper Clips was okay.
So
Fast RMX was also okay.
I've said this a lot of the time, and like the Switch came out really weird timing for them. They came out like April, March.
It was an emergency launch basically.
Yeah, because like they were behind. I feel like if they released this console right next to, and they did some more time on Breath of the Wild or whatever, release Mario Odyssey and this, boy, that would be just the two bangers. Like, and
it'd be too powerful. I think.
It really would be,
because that means during that time also between Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey, Splatoon 2 and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe also released.
Yeah, it's just like I felt like they could have waited off just a little longer to have just.
I don't know. The Wii U is on life support.
I understand. I that's their fault. But
yeah,
it's their fault. But it literally is carried by one game, and we've talked about that a lot of the time. Like other consoles, like that SNES got carried by one, but at least like F-Zero is very good and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like,
there's some okay alternatives.
Like Shovel Knight. Like no one's really wanting. Like
these are old games. There's a lot of old games on there.
Yeah, so it got very heavily carried by the best game that released for it.
Yeah.
And other than that,
I mean, Breath of the Wild, luckily that's a long enough game that it keeps you entertained for.
Yeah, like it's got replayability. You want to go back, but like I have not heard any positives. Like I like Super Bomberman R because that's a fun 8-player game. That's so funny and hectic.
Yeah.
But it's you do not want to play it by yourself. Snipper Clips. Yeah.
It's a bad release lineup. But it's not awful. It's just below average. Breath of the Wild is every point. All 4 of these points are Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. Power. Okay, so we're coming back up. This thing is competing with cell phones. Power. It's not competing with the PS4, Xbox One at all.
No, the Xbox One has that.
It's literally competing with this.
We're not going against 4K.
They're competing with themselves and this, and that's it.
To be fair, though, I think that this is still a step up from the Wii U. Considerably, it's not stepped up so much that it's like, we're not.
I would have paid $100 more easily if they just made it a more powerful system. Like I would have definitely paid more. The one thing I do like on the power aspect of that, they finally switched over to ports and cables and stuff like that. That everything is using
USB-C.
USB-C is so good. All your stuff charges faster now.
It is a very modern system. It does 1080p. It does it well. It outputs it. The system interface is great. The actual console overall, like switching back to cartridge based, seemed like a weird way to go. But because it's so small,
yeah, no, it works.
It's good. No,
yeah, no, I was really like, I was like, that's cool that they're keeping it back for people wanting to go in and buy stuff. This console, I feel like should have been 100% just downloads.
Wild in here, sure is.
It should have just been 100% downloads. I felt if they went with that, they wouldn't have been losing really anything as well. Like, they're just stuck with that.
Well, I mean, you know how that turned out for things like Xbox.
Well, Xbox is doing that now again.
Yeah.
Like, this coming fall, they're releasing a discless Xbox.
Yeah.
So Xbox One X. I don't know. I feel like it could have. I think the carts are cool, but I don't like having to carry them. So I do still buy carts for specific games. Like, I really like Bloodstained. I bought one because I want the case.
Yeah.
But like, everything else is digital. Mario Maker's digital download. Because I'm never not wanting to play that game.
Exactly. No.
So I feel like they could have really stuck with just going full download. I know why they didn't, but this console's just only competing with the cell phone market.
But it
does a good job.
It is the best thing you can take with you on the go to play video games.
Yeah.
The best thing. It's better than an iPhone. It's better than a 3DS.
The things I wish it got,
at home it doesn't.
I wish it got some more of dove into more of the mobile IPs. Like, if this thing had Hearthstone on it, I'd be
that would be
incredible.
That would be great.
And Nintendo just released their mobile games that they have on the store, like the Fire Emblem games and stuff like that, just as downloads over there. Like,
that would be good.
Or like the Yu-Gi-Oh, the Duel Links game.
Put Triforce Heroes on it.
Yeah. But like, I feel like they need to delve more into that aspect. But it is not a powerful system.
But it's competing well.
Yeah, it's competing well with what it is competing with. Like, it's not. There's no way people are saying this is stacking up against the PS4.
I'm between a 6 and a 7 at the moment. I'll go 7.
I think this console very much has a very short lifespan without having complete upgrades.
Without a Switch Pro.
Yeah, without a Switch Pro. Like, the PlayStation 4 is still selling. Like, people are buying the original models and not the Pro because it's still doing everything gorgeous. Like, this is like a cell phone. Every 2 years, you're going to want an upgrade. Like, you're going to want some hardware.
Because Nintendo's not this thing is not ready for 4K.
Yeah.
Even if they made a new one, it's not going to do 4K. It'll just be able to run better games.
Yeah. So I think like the new iterations are obviously going to be better, and we'd return to it and say like, yeah, this is going to be a little more better. But
so the peripherals are really lacking here. We have the Switch Pro controller, if you could hold up over there.
It's a very good controller. The only thing is the early editions of this is awful.
Yeah, no, I had it personally, but that one's been modified. The one that Kampy's holding.
Yeah, this is a very good controller overall. Big buttons.
Big button.
Shoulder buttons, big. The stick is so much nicer than this guy. Everything's really good.
It also the Pokeball Plus, whatever.
I bought it. Or I got it attached because like Best Buy used to do Gamer Club Unlocked, so I got it for like $70. The all packaged together. I was like, cool. I got a Mew, and the controller's neat. It's very cool because
whatever.
Well, like it's comfortable in your hand more than a Joy-Con.
It's whatever.
Yeah, I wish you could play that game with a whole controller.
The Joy-Con charge grip, which I feel is a necessity.
Yeah.
If you're not a pro controller gamer,
you need the charge grip.
If you're small hands and you want to do a charge grip, you want that thing.
Yeah, you need to buy one.
I have a charge grip. I don't.
Yeah, this one, that one right there, it can charge.
Yes, the one I have here. This is a third party one, but it has a charge. This is called the pupper.
And then you can buy an additional dock for $70. Something like that.
You can buy a Switch dock if you want to.
So the pitch on that is you can have it docked in multiple rooms, and you can go buy a $20 one from literally anywhere else.
And just plug it into USB-C. You don't have to. Yeah. And I have one of those, which is good for on the go.
Yeah, no, I actually just bought a third-party one by Hori, which Hori and Nintendo, good friends. I bought one of the docks that has 4 USB, and then you can play it as like a console with a screen.
Yeah.
So because I was like, oh, maybe I'm going to try it out on the go gaming because maybe I should give it a little more of a chance. But the dock is kind of like just big expensive.
I'm right in the middle with peripherals. Nothing exciting to talk about.
There are 2 necessity things on here. Either you buy the charge grip or you buy the Pro controller. Like those are the most necessary.
I was at a 5, but I turned into a 6 because I really like the Pro Controller. The Pro Controller made me happy.
So top 10 is gonna be weird
Because it's an active console.
This is a very active console. There's our bangers coming out soon. We got Pokemon coming out towards the. We got Fire Emblem this week. Well, at the time of this recording, Fire Emblem's this week. Yeah. Then we got Animal Crossing. We got Pokemon.
Metroid Prime's on its way.
4 at
the
some
sequel
point.
to Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, like we have a ton of stuff coming. So this is 100% going to be changing. And this is like we're gonna reflect on this pretty. I'm gonna reflect on it lightly because like there's a bunch of new stuff still coming out, but there's a lot of re-releases on here. Like, especially the number one selling game.
So the number one selling game is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which is Mario Kart 8 with all the DLC included, and it plays on the go. Super Mario Odyssey, an amazing title. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, an amazing title. Breath of the Wild, an amazing title. Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, an alright title.
It's alright remake, and it's fun. I wish it was like all controllers could use it.
Yeah.
And then you got Splatoon 2, banger.
Really good, very good.
Super Mario Party, good comeback. Good
Fine.
job. Good job.
Super Mario Party 2. I'll take
New
it.
Super Mario's you.
Wait, if you didn't finish the name of that game.
You.
No, New Super Mario Bros.
Deluxe.
Deluxe.
1-2 Switch, unfortunate.
Very unfortunate.
And Mario Tennis Aces, which is a very good game.
Yeah, I've heard it's only gotten better over time.
Yeah.
They're still adding characters.
Yeah, so it's just, you're just going over this, like, I mean, the bangers on here are just 2 through 4. Right there. 2 through
Odyssey,
4.
Ultimate, Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, like 2 through 4, absolute bangers. And like even if like you don't say like you're not a Zelda fan and you just never played a Mario game, this is the first 3D Mario game I fully beat without like using tricks, glitches, or anything like that, like speedrunning. And God, that game's so good.
It's really nice.
And it's got good music. Ultimate's amazing as well. But it's just an upgrade of Smash 4 for the Wii U. So I'm pretty.
I think it's a great console, and the games that Nintendo stepped themselves up. They realized
they really did.
The biggest problem, like they had 2 problems with the Wii U: advertising it and their game release.
I think this list is like reviewing this, like let's say in 2 years, is going to be more optimal because like this list right now is very weak because I think this is very weak for what we have on the horizon, and that's coming. With what's announced and shown, because I think like obviously Animal Crossing is going to be up here, and so it's just going to make this list even better. We're going to have Fire Emblem because a lot of people are just getting into Fire Emblem now. Pokemon's going to definitely be up here for the first like big console release.
Yeah,
of it. So
1-2 Switch is going to be out.
Yeah, I think like the games that'll be out. Like I think Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is just going to tank.
Really, I think it's going to stay up there.
I don't think it's going to be 1. I think Let's Go Eevee. I think Super Mario Party. I think Splatoon 2 is still there, but there might be doing Splatoon 3. We don't know. Yeah. Or some type of thing. So I think a lot of this stuff is going to tank, but I think some of the stuff is going to stay. I think Deluxe is going to tank.
I'm a big fan of it so far. It's been an amazing ride so far. I think there's some weaker titles on this list. How many do I got? I got freaking so many of them. Take one.
Why?
More points.
Why do you want to like?
Because I do it for gimmick, but I didn't realize that we were gonna battle.
They're a little. Are you really making me do this?
Yeah. God. Oh, you're canceling it.
God.
Okay.
No, it's because there are 2 games on here that I just like playing, and the other that's just not good.
I just want more
There's
points
just
to Switch.
Cool. Nostalgia. I barely play this console. I'm going to be honest. I barely. The only reason I put so much time in this is Super Mario Maker 2, which will be the number 1 game. It's going to dethrone it because I think it's quadruple sold out of, like, it sold so many copies so far. I actually want to know right now. Google, how many copies has Mario Maker 2? Japanese chart, Super Mario Maker 2 keeps top spot as Switch sales soar.
Yeah, I don't know.
So it's like the highest selling game over there. That's the only reason I picked my Switch back up. Like Bloodstained came out and I got it for it. But boy, Maker 2 is the best game that they've put on this console.
It is hard right now to say what I have a nostalgia for on a console that is active. However, I do have to say that every game they're releasing, these are games that are going to live in infamy. Odyssey, Ultimate, Breath of the Wild. I think are going to live on for ages and ages and ages.
Yeah, they're going to definitely stand up. Maker 2 is going to be up there.
Maker 2 is going to stand up until Maker 3 comes.
Yeah. Animal Crossing, since it's like the
Animal Crossing is going to last forever.
Yeah, no, that'll be back on. Wait, it wasn't on the Wii. It was one of the best-selling titles.
City Folk, no.
Yeah, that's weird because it's even normal Animal Crossing, wasn't it?
It was.
Was it
on GameCube?
Oh, or no? Was it on the top 10? Oh yeah, it was. It was on it.
Yeah.
Animal Crossing is going to be incredible. I don't know if Fire Emblem will, because I know a lot of people are getting into that. Luigi's Mansion might jump up there. We have that as well.
Yeah, I don't know about Luigi Mansion. I think it's gonna be a good game, but I don't think it's gonna.
Yeah, it's very hard to say because like I keep going back to playing my other consoles or PC. Like I like my PS4 still a lot. I like my Switch for Mario Maker, and that's the #1 game I play on that thing. So, and I help run an event now just solely based off of the Switch, essentially. An 8.
It's not only the games that are already out that I'm already in love with this thing, but I think this thing is going to stand up like the Wii did to me. It's always going to be something that I can just it's like, hey, look at this cool thing. Look at this cool console. It's neat.
I think
and the games that are coming are only going to continue.
Future brain, big brain.
Animal Crossing
going in. I think this console, and this is where I stand on Breath of the Wild. Exactly. I think the next iteration of this console is going to be incredible. I think it's going to outdo what they did with the Switch already, because they now know what they need to do to compete with themselves and all of that stuff, because they're really in their own thing. So I think future, it's going to be very, very good. But right now, it's okay. Like, I don't care enough for it. And that's... I don't care for enough as a console. But future, it's going to be incredible. So right now, I'm being... Don't hate me. At this point, it's got potential. It really does have potential. I do see a lot of Nintendo doing a lot of the most important thing is Nintendo is responding to criticisms
and everything from the Wii U era that was bad is being fixed.
Like they're being open, they're talking about their games. Like they're giving us so many more not developer conferences, but like treehouse events and explaining stuff. Like Nintendo's so open and taking feedback and all this. I think they're in a very good spot right now that they're going to continue to go up because now they've gotten back into that success. So I think they're going to want to keep succeeding because now that Smash is a huge thing for them because it's like one of their best-selling games that everyone's just playing their consoles on.
Yeah,
they're gonna want to make it more powerful and do more cool things. Like they're gonna want to add stuff in and make more DLC and make. They're gonna want
to track even more third parties. Third parties are finally coming back.
Yeah, so I think this is a very soft 6 because it can go up.
Yeah,
and don't hold me up. It's just what it is now compared to what it's going to be because this is definitely can be a 9, like easily.
Want to add up some numbers?
Sure.
We're at 110, but you might as well rate 120 up there because I'm putting down a star for making the better version of Breath of the Wild.
All right, I'm gonna give it a star.
What? Really?
And this is going off the future proofing. I really believe that this console is going to be better. I believe they're going to do so much better with this console, with this idea, because they've done such a 360 on what they're doing. And if they do add, and Nintendo, if you do add backwards compatibility with N64 and GameCube games, this will murder this. This will murder this for me. I will never have to have this attached ever again to my consoles. Mm-hmm. And if they do that and they bring back Virtual Console,
or they expand what they've done with their online thing.
If they literally bring back the thing they created, one of the best things, it'll be the best console, the best Nintendo console. So I'll give it that.
That's a belief star.
And it's gonna be 130, so it's in second place.
130, 1 point behind the SNES.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't expect that to happen. Yeah. Can you put this back over on its little stand? Yeah. By the way, that's a gamepad stand that I found for it.
130.
Please leave your comments on our thoughts. This was the big fighting episode.
It was, but I'm very honest, and I gave really good I feel like I was very helpful and honest with that. I feel I have very high hopes for Nintendo right now.
Yeah.
With this console.
Same.
But I'm very critical of a lot of little things. But if you got any critical things, if you love this console, you disagree with me, leave comments in below, all that stuff.
We have a shirt.
Please check it out. Please buy it. Helps us out. It'll help us get to a rocket ship, which we can go for season 3.
We can go to space finally.
Thank God.
We can get rid of this whiteboard. We can upgrade it to the digital world.
Soon. Please help buy the shirt.
Help.
Click the link, please.
Oh, here. What's the last console we're gonna review before we move on to mobile handhelds?
Oh, Virtual Boy.
Virtual Boy. See you next time for Virtual Boy.
You happy?
I guess I didn't. I honestly expected you to fight more. Like I expected that score to be lower.
No, I was critical on the points I needed to be critical on.